You know that feeling, right? You're in a super serious meeting, someone trips, and instead of helping, you just let out this little giggle. Or, oh gosh, maybe you've even blurted out a laugh at a funeral. It feels absolutely mortifying. But that awkward, nervous laugh, it's one of the most human things we do. So let's dive in and figure out what is really going on there.
So, yeah, that's the big question. Why? Why, in these moments of pure tension or discomfort, does our body's first reaction seem to be amusement? It feels completely backward, doesn't it? You're thinking you should be quiet or concerned, but instead, this weird little chuckle just escapes. It's a fascinating paradox, and it turns out there's a whole lot more happening in our brains than we realize. All right, to start unpacking this whole thing, we have to get one thing straight. Laughter isn't just for good jokes. Nope, it's this complex social and physiological tool that has a ton of different jobs. And the first piece of our puzzle is all about how our brain handles things that just don't make sense. There's actually a name for it. It's called the incongruity theory. And what it means is that your brain is constantly running this little simulation of what it thinks should happen in any social situation. So when a waiter says, enjoy your meal, and your brain is short circuits and you say, you too? Well, that's a social glitch. Reality just totally mismatched your brain's prediction. And that incongruity, that sudden break in the script, can trigger laughter as a kind of default response to just how weird the moment is. But see, it's not just about an internal glitch in your own head. Let's move on to the next clue, because this is where it gets really interesting. That little laugh you let out, it's sending a powerful message to everyone else. It's not really for you, it's for them. I mean, think about it from an evolutionary perspective. When a situation gets tense or just plain strange, it can put people on edge, right? So your nervous laugh is basically a subconscious, nonverbal broadcast that says, hey, I know this is weird, but I'm not a threat, I'm friendly, we're all good here. It's an incredibly fast, almost primal way to de-escalate any potential social friction. And this slide just nails the huge difference between what's happening inside our heads and what that laugh is actually signaling to other people. So on the left, that's what it feels like for us. Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. I am being so weird right now. But look at the right. That's what the laugh is broadcasting. This situation is totally safe. And hey, I mean no harm. It's just a brilliant illustration of the social power of that little giggle. So we've got a mental glitch and we've got a social signal. But there's also something intensely physical going on. I want you to think of your body in an awkward moment like a pressure cooker. Your heart rate might jump, you might start to sweat. You're literally filling up with tension. Your body needs a release valve, and fast. And here's the play-by-play of how that works. First, the awkward moment creates all that tension. Your brain immediately starts scrambling for a way to let off that steam. Well, laughter provides this incredibly powerful physical release. It contracts your muscles, it changes your breathing, and this is key, it triggers a rush of feel-good endorphins. It's your body's own built-in tool to just hit the reset button and get your system back in balance. Okay, but there's still one more piece to this puzzle we need to talk about. Sometimes, the most awkward thing in the world is just nothing. A complete and total void. That uncomfortable silence can feel deafening. And you know what? Our brains absolutely hate it. So when your brain is just frantically searching for the right words to say and comes up totally empty, laughter becomes the default sound. It just fills that painful void. It's like a vocal placeholder that keeps the social channel open while you try to figure out what to actually do next. It just breaks the tension of the silence itself, because really, any sound is better than no sound at all. So, we've looked at this thing from a few different angles now, right? We've got the psychological, the social, the physiological. Now it's time to put all those clues together and finally solve the mystery of the awkward laugh. And here's the absolute crucial takeaway. Your nervous laughter isn't some mistake. It's not an embarrassing glitch in your system. It is the exact opposite. It's a highly sophisticated, incredibly efficient, multi-purpose tool that your brain deploys to manage tough social situations on multiple fronts all at the same time. Just think of it like a Swiss Army knife. Your awkward laugh isn't just one thing, it's an all-in-one solution. It's your brain reacting to the social script going haywire. It's you waving a little peace flag to show you mean no harm. It's a physical release valve for all that tension. And it's a tool to fill a horrible silence when words just fail you. All in all, it's a brilliant coping mechanism. So really, the next time you let out one of those nervous chuckles when you don't mean to, try not to cringe.
Just take a second and appreciate what's actually happening. It's not you being weird, it's your brain, in a fraction of a second, using this ancient and incredibly effective strategy to protect you and keep the social peace. It's just your brain being absolutely brilliant. And that just leaves us with one last thing to chew on. If something as simple and silly as a laugh is actually this complex social tool, well, what other subconscious tools are you using every single day? What other signals are you sending and receiving without ever even knowing it?